Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you're doing well. This is going to be my February Get Ready With Me. This is going to be a basic bronzy eye and I've been wearing this a lot this year. And it's something that I could do a million times between all of my different eyeshadows. I think it's safe to say that if you have even one eyeshadow palette, you probably could dupe this eye look within your collection, even if you don't have the same products that I have. It's also extremely work appropriate. It was funny because just recently I had a coworker mention to me, like, remember when you used to wear makeup all the time and you had like the pink and the purple eyeshadow? And I was like, yeah, like I think I was panning a pink and purple eyeshadow at the time. And I was wearing this bronzy eye look on that particular day. And another coworker was like, she's still wearing makeup. And like, I think the original coworker didn't even realize I had the same amount of makeup on. It just looked so much wearable because a bronzy eye is so wearable that she didn't even really realize I was wearing makeup. So if you have a very conservative work environment, or if you're not used to wearing colorful eyeshadows, this is just a perfect go-to shade that is pretty much flattering on everybody. I can't imagine a single person not being able to wear a bronzy eye look. It just looks good on everybody. I don't care what your skin color is, what your eye color is, it's gonna look good on you. The look that I'll be doing today is using all Project Pan items because I am a Project Panner and I'm trying to meet certain goals on these items. Specifically, I'm trying to use them all up. So that's what I'm using today. Most of it's been discontinued. So if you were interested in purchasing these things, I don't even think you could, but if you have them, certainly use them. And like I said, you probably have something just like it within your stash. So the first product I go in for this look is a shadow stick. This is what I'm using as my eye base. This is the Too Faced Bulletproof 24-Hour Shadow Liner in the shade Mink. I bought this off of Holt Look, which means it was probably being discontinued as I was purchasing it, and that was many years ago. But basically, I paint my entire eyelid with this, and then I draw it on my lower lash line as well. And it just is a nice eye base for any bronzy look. It's shimmery. There's a swatch of it right there. And it helps my makeup to last long all day long. So I like it for that reason, but ultimately I'm trying to use it up, so that's why I'm wearing it. Let me scoot you in a little closer. I'm trying out, all right, let me say this right now. I'm trying out some nose contouring and I don't know if I like it, but I've been watching somebody who does a lot of nose contouring and I was feeling inspired, and now I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's too much. What do you think? Okay, so I'm gonna take this and basically go into my crease with the shadow stick. And I go all the way to the inner corner. And I kind of draw out this outer edge a little. And then I might take my ring finger and kind of blend out the edges right there. Sometimes I go right in with the powder immediately and blend it out with the powder, but I don't have time for that today. And then I just swoop it along the lower lash line. Like that. Okay, there you go. Both eyes are done. On days when I am running extremely late or I just don't have time to do a full face of makeup, I might stop right there, throw on some mascara and run out the door. But on a day like today, we're gonna keep going. My next step is always working from my brow bone down. That's just the way I like to do it, especially since I like to apply a shimmery brow bone highlight. I love a shimmery brow bone highlight, but I don't want to go overboard, and sometimes I do. So I like to start with the brow bone and then add in a transition color to blend out the brow bone highlight if I went a little too crazy. So I am going to go in with my e.l.f. 100 Pan palette because that's the shadow I'm trying to finish off. But again, I know this is a shade we have many times over within our stash. So any shimmery, champagne-y, vanilla, depending on your skin tone. Brow bone highlight is all you need. And if you really don't like a shimmery brow bone, go ahead and apply your favorite matte brow bone highlight. But I was raised in the late 80s and early 90s, and so I can't quit the shimmery brow bone highlight. I can't quit it. That's it. Okay, next I'm going to go in with my transition / crease color, and that's just kind of a mid-tone brown shade. I'm going to be going in with the matte shade from my little Smashbox duo, the smashed up one that is right there. But again, you got that shade. You have that shade somewhere in your stash. I don't know where, but you have it. I know you do. So use whatever one you got. And I kind of start where my shadow stick ended, right in the crease, and then kind of blend it upward. And again, I kind of pay some attention to this outer corner. Right there. And then with the same brush, I drag it right below where I applied the shadow stick. Because this is such a light shade, it doesn't really show up much, but I feel like it makes everything look just a little bit softer and blown out more. Like so. Okay, the next thing I do is I go in with the gold shade from this Smashbox duo. Here it is right there. It's a little bit lighter than this bronzy base, and it's a little bit more sparkly. But again, it's a pretty common shade. You probably have something like it. I'm just trying to describe it to you because probably you don't have this exact same Smashbox duo, but it's just, if I looked at it, I would think it was a gold, but it's like a dark gold or a light bronze, and it really pops on top of this eye base. And I tend to apply it with just my finger, although it has been getting harder and harder to get my finger in this little pan. And then I just start in the middle and kind of see how much brighter that is on my eyelid, and I just kind of work my way towards the inside, and I go out. I don't go all the way out because I'm going to add a darker shade on the outer half or outer third, but just like that. And I try, sometimes because I am the age that I am and my eyelids are the way that they are, I get a little bit of a like crease right there. So I try to make sure I pat that out so there's no like creases and it's all smooth looking right there. And then the final step is to take a darker brown in the outer third of my top and bottom eyelid. And the shade I've been reaching for is this third shade. It's kind of, it looks like a bronzy brown, or like a chocolate brown, but it's pretty dark. And I just kind of apply it to this outer third portion of my eyelid. And again, I'm kind of trying to form a little bit of a shape with it that I think gives me a little bit of a lifted look to my eyes. So I bring it up just a little right here. And then I just drag it on this outer half of my lower lash line a little bit. I didn't add any new product, just whatever I have left on the brush. Sometimes after I've done all that, I feel the need to kind of run my transition brush through my crease one last time. Other times, like today, I don't really feel like I need to do it, but just to make sure everything is kind of blended out. I mean, the way my eyelids are, you don't really see that part of my eyelid when I'm just going about day to day. So it doesn't matter too much for me, but you know, you might want to make sure everything's blended out one last time. Okay, all that I have left to do is liner and mascara. I do like to add a little bit of black to my waterline. That is not a step for everybody. That's personal preference, but I just like the way it looks on my eyes. So this is my eye with the black eyeliner, and this is the eye without. It does close my eyes up just a little bit, but again, I kind of like the way it looks better than if I add a lighter, like nude shaded liner into my waterline. I know a lot of people like that, but I like the black or a dark brown eyeliner. A little bit of brown eyeliner to my top lash line, just to add a little bit of definition right here. I don't usually bring it all the way in, but I do like the outer half or the outer 2/3. And I like to, again, add a little bit more definition to the outside part. To give it a little bit of lift. And then just a healthy coat of mascara or 2 or 3. Okay, we are almost done. The only thing this eye look is missing, in my opinion, is an inner corner highlight. I have pulled out my ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Couche because this is the product I've been panning for a long time, but it is my favorite inner corner highlight at the moment. And I just use this old Sonia Kashuk brush, and I like to put it right where the inner corner is and then drag it a little bit on top and below, because I feel like my eyes are a little bit more deep set than I'd like them to be, and I want to bring a lot of light to my inner corner. Like so. I don't know if it makes a big difference or not, but I feel like it does. I feel like not only is this just a stunning eye look, but I also really like this eye look for when I want to apply a bolder, brighter, or either more vibrant or more vampy lip color. I'm definitely from the camp of bold eyes or bold lips, but not both. And I just think a beautiful bronzy eye look like this begs for a bold lip color. Throughout the majority of this video, I've just had a kind of sheer glossy balm on, which has been very comfortable and I really like wearing from day to day, especially when I'm just around the house like this. But I figured I would go ahead and apply my Marc Jacobs Le Marc Lip Crayon in Plum and Get It so you could see what this eye look looks like with a very bold lip color. Okay, there is a lot of light coming in through the window all of a sudden, and I feel like I'm looking a little bit washed out, but this is what this eye look looks like with a very bold lip color. At least I feel like it's very bold. And when I wear it to work, everybody thinks I look really fancy with this lipstick on, even though I didn't really do anything different. I also wanted to show you some substitutions that I have that I'm currently panning. It's not even like I had to go digging into my drawers of makeup, but just from looking at the shadows that I'm currently panning, a very good substitution for this eye look comes from these two palettes right here. For my crease, I go in with a more orangey brown, but still a brown, which is Isabel in this Masterclass by Mario and ABH palette, and I use that in my crease and transition area instead of the matte from my Smashbox Duo. And for my lid, instead of the shimmer from my Smashbox Duo, I reach for the shade up here, which is called Sheba. And that is a little bit darker, but again, just a gorgeous bronze. It creates a really pretty smoky bronzy eye look that will work on just about anybody. I can't imagine it not working for anybody. So it wasn't that hard to find dupes for this eye look within my own project panning stash. I'm sure you have them. But that is it for this Get Ready With Me featuring a bronzy eye look. I know it's kind of basic, but I think it's something I haven't done a lot of on my channel because it's so basic. Like, I feel the need to do something super bold and super colorful if I'm going to bother filming a Get Ready With Me. But sometimes people are just looking for a basic bronzy wearable eye look. And this was requested by a few of you. Thank you for requesting it. I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate that too. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.